Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel for another Zomboid video. So I had to jump on this one pretty much as quickly as I could. There have been a couple of things that have delayed it, but anyway, we got a Thursdoid update recently that was really exciting. And in this video, we're going to talk about some of the key points mentioned in that update and what we can expect in the future. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel for more Project Zomboid videos just like this one. I also stream on Twitch at weekends at 12 PM until 6 PM on twitch.tv/MrAtomicDuck if you want to catch me live or ask me any questions. So I'm going to jump right into this video with the biggest part of the update, and boy oh boy is it good stuff. I'm sure many of you Zomboid players watching this video tend to use the online Project Zomboid map. Similarly, I'm sure there's many of you that wish the in-game maps were perhaps a bit more useful than they are right now. And some of you may not care for this at all and like things the way it is, and we'll get to that shortly. But the exciting news from this update is that we're getting a progressively revealing map feature. If you're not quite sure what I mean by that, I'll be playing some background footage shown in the blogs as I talk about it, so keep an eye out for that visual representation as the video goes on. Essentially, the more of the map you discover, the more your character will remember and record on a map. Now, I want to get out ahead of any hardcore survivalists or veteran players that don't want to use a map to navigate. This feature is completely optional and can be turned off in your sandbox settings. With this in mind, there's literally no reason at all why this should be a bad thing. New players will get the help that they need, and this is one of the main reasons that the feature is being implemented. It's been known for quite some time that many players use third-party maps that are available either as the Project Zomboid map website or the various mods that are out there for a map feature. Something mentioned specifically in the blog post was the online map alone receives over 500,000 views every month, and there's also a large proportion of the player base that don't even realize the maps are joined together in one expansive map. It makes sense for this now to come in as a vanilla game feature. So let's talk about some of the features this map will actually have and what the devs would like to look into in the future. We already know the map is going to be progressively revealing itself to us as we explore the map, but one cool feature about the vanilla map that we will have access to is the ability to mark locations on said map using a pen or pencil with various markers. We can use different icons and write a bit of text to go with them, so if there's a house you want to use as a forward base, you can mark it on your map. Similarly, if there's an area that's completely overrun with zombies, you can do the same to keep yourself from falling into that trap later on. There's a couple of different angles to view the map, which is a nice touch as well, and it will take a timed action to actually pull the map out and view it, so you want to make sure that you're in a position of relative safety before you go checking your location. Now, some of the more exciting stuff that ties into this map feature will come along in the future, and there's one in particular that is mentioned in this blog post that makes me look forward to seeing how this develops. So we're all aware of those little sound events that play every so often, right? Dogs barking, gunshots, screams, that sort of thing. Well, the plan in the future is for these meta events to actually be marked on your map and be brought to life physically. They won't just be a distant sound anymore. Again, the example given in this post is hearing a woman screaming in a general area, which will then be marked by a question mark on your map. And if you head over, you might actually find a bunch of zombies chowing down on a female's corpse. Maybe she's got supplies on her person, who knows. Similarly, they mention a helicopter crashing as an example too, giving us an area of the map to go to and search for the crash site. And that's exciting stuff for sure, and time will tell if it's going to be as good as it sounds. Lastly, there's mention of potential objectives for players being crafted from radio chatter and notes left in the world, and I really think these would help bring some life to exploration. These would be added to your map with a marker to designate their rough location. Now, it's worth noting, of course, that all of this will be subject to change as it's still in the works at the moment, but it's also worth thinking about how this might tie into things like NPCs when they come around, and how much life this will give to the world of Zomboid. The team are also in the process of revamping the lootable annotated maps you find on corpses or in survivor houses in the world to work better with this system as well. It'd be cool for us to be able to transfer any notes we find on those maps onto our own, in my personal opinion, but that'll make it just a little bit easier for us to decipher where those locations actually are if we've been by that area already, so maybe something to think about for the devs there. The hope is that this update will be released with Louisville, Zomboid's first city to be part of the vanilla map. In the meantime, we've had a few sound updates added to the game, including some of the individual weapon sounds that have been mentioned previously. These weapon sounds are for the axe, the golf club, the baseball bat, tennis rackets, and planks. There's a couple of smaller things that have been added as well, so I'll include the blog post in the description of this video if you want want to catch those too. But that's just about it from me in this one. That covers the biggest points of the recent news, and I'm hugely excited to see where Zomboid is heading in the coming weeks and months. Just a reminder before I go, the Patreon is available to anyone that would like to support me and the channel. It's what keeps the videos coming, so a huge thank you to those that have decided to support so far. Thanks for watching, folks, and I will see you all in the next one.